Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Day in Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Sledge. With me, as always, Titan Mike Kessinger and his Titan Mike Blue.
Yeah.
Powder blue. Is that what you call it?
I'm very uncomfortable in this shirt.
Thanks for being a trooper.
I'm very uncomfortable in this shirt, Kevin.
Me too.
No. No.
I gotta wear them all day, so it's not as.
Yeah, I don't wear polos.
Not as bad for me.
Unless I'm out doing something like, I don't know.
I'm required to wear them.
Business related. Like in public.
Yeah, I get it.
I have jeans on too because, wearing a polo basketball shorts.
Yeah.
It looks true hillbilly. And I'm not about that.
It's kind of dark on your legs in the video, so.
Yeah, but still, like, everybody's wearing basketball shorts on a polo. Like, what kind of white trash hillbilly is this? Like, I'm not trying to get, I'm not about that life. So if Dave says one comment, where is the red line gear? I will shove this shirt down his throat.
He's not on yet. I'm sure he will be.
Oh, well, when he comes on.
Give it time.
Let me know. I'll reiterate my comment. Because definitely need the t-shirts or the hoodies that he has so confident said he's going to get us.
We need the t-shirts for sure. I'm all about wearing the t-shirts instead of the polo for sure.
But enough with the wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah. And our radio malfunction, we can't get on radio.co.
Dude, wouldn't it be a podcast without some technical difficulties?
No. We got a phone here, but we still can't.
That's just for show.
Yeah.
That's just to show that we have that capability of calling somebody.
Maybe by our 150th episode, we'll have.
What are we on?
Like 40, I think, 40 something.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's on the website.
We've been listening for a hot minute. Like, I haven't realized it's been almost a fucking year.
Yeah,
my kids will be 1 in a month.
Yeah, we're going to be coming up on the 1 year anniversary here.
We started this shit a week after my kid was born.
Yep.
My kid's about to be a year old.
That's crazy.
It's super nuts. Super nuts, man. But some big news in Cleveland. Some sad news. Browns couldn't beat the Cardinals.
Yeah. Couldn't beat a 3-8 team. Got almost pretty much blown out. But 38-24, I mean, it wasn't really that close either.
Yeah. Now, so before we get into all sports, we had our fantasy football playoffs.
Yep.
You advanced. I got knocked out. I picked the best lineup I could, except for Kenyon Drake, who was on my bench. Like, who the hell is going to sub Kenyon Drake for, I don't know, Aaron Jones or Melvin Gordon? Like, nobody's going to make that move. I don't even care if you're playing the Browns. You're not making that move.
No.
No,
I definitely wanted to play him.
No, I'm going with, Melvin Gordon. I was doing just fine. He's probably up 20 points, 17, 18, 20 points last couple weeks. I'm like, all right, cool.
Didn't expect our defense to give up.
4 TDs. Like, what? This dude put up 40 fucking points. And I lost by 13 point something.
I mean, he had a 100-yard game his first game with Arizona, and then when he got traded,
then he went, and he's like,
nothing since then.
Whatever. And then boom, whatever. Any other move I would have made, it wouldn't have won me the game. I would have missed it by 5 points. It doesn't matter what I would have done.
Yeah.
But so that really they got to me.
Yeah.
Really got to me.
So I'm in the championship, projected to win.
You need to win. I told
132 to 117 right now, so we'll see how that goes.
I told you, you're the commissioner. Just do trades loud anytime, and we'll just put trades. I'll give you whatever you want. We'll make sure that trophy comes back to the Sports Podcast.
It's coming here. Don't worry about it.
We'll sit it right there so everybody and their mother can watch and look at it.
I got this. I got it.
So
it'll be here. I'll pick it up next Friday.
Hopefully, right there.
Here.
Right there. We get our hoodies and our T-shirts too.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get them all on the same day.
If we have to buy white T-shirts and just write red line on them, I will be that ghetto so I can be comfortable. I am. It's whatever, but yeah. So, well, good luck, Kev. We need you to represent the Land Sports in our inaugural Red Line Radio Fantasy Football League.
Yep. So, let's get to the Browns.
Why?
The pressing
What's the
news.
point?
Might as well get the shit out of the way first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. They did not play good.
I mean, think of Mayfield didn't have a horrible game. 250 yards, 2 T's, and a touch, and an interception. Okay.
Yeah.
30 for 43. I mean, he's 60% passing right there. I mean, their defense just couldn't stop nothing. The offense looked fine. And Chubb had 117 yards and a TD. Odell Beckham had 8 catches for 66 yards. Seals Jones had a couple TDs.
Yeah,
I mean,
I really like him. Ricky
Yeah.
Seals Jones.
I think that Njoku should be traded.
He's going to be gone. They're going to get rid of him. I mean,
He's still
been ready to play for 2 weeks now.
He still has a year or two on the contract.
I think
so. I'm
so.
saying,
Yeah, they'll have to
trade him. Don't cut him because you can get fourth, maybe
I'm sure
a
they
fifth
get
out of him.
Some kind of pick for him.
Maybe even a third. He was a first-round pick. Maybe a third is a high, but
it's pretty obvious he's not in their long-term plans.
No, and their defense, they just need. They had no answer for Drake. Like, he just ran all of them left and right. Like, they need that true gap-closing nose tackle. Sheldon Richardson's not the guy.
Yeah, they do.
They need that. You know, it doesn't help that Myles Garrett's not there. So, I mean, other guys aren't stepping up. They're not getting much pressure. How many sacks did defense have? I didn't. Any?
No.
No sacks. So, there's no pressure on Kyler Murray.
No. But Vernon's out. Garrett's out. And Chad Thomas was playing well. First couple weeks he was in there, but I mean, you got guys like Brian Cox Jr. who they picked up off waivers.
Yeah.
I can't remember some of the other guys' names. I mean, you got guys that wouldn't be playing if everybody was healthy. Practice squad guys, pretty much. So it is what it is.
I don't know. I mean, that defense has to be squared away. That was like their bread and butter. Like, that was supposed to get them, you know.
I got a feeling, depending on, I think either way, Steve Wilkes is probably gone, defensive coordinator. I don't think they're too impressed with what he's done this year. I mean, I know he's had a lot of injuries. He lost the starting safety, starting defensive end, Christian Kirksey, starting linebacker, but still, I mean.
You're missing your number 2, your 1 and 2 pass rusher.
Yeah.
You're missing your starting safety. You had a cornerback that was out. Who's been missing some games,
yeah,
here and there.
Ward missed, and Grady Williams was out. Both of them were out for, 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
So, I mean, what do you expect? Like, yeah, he's not going to have, like, I get it. Like, I don't know if that's all his fault, but, I mean, it comes down onto him. Like, what are you going to do?
Right.
It's like Patricia in Detroit. The ownership gave them another chance because they understood your running back was out, your quarterback was out. You're missing, you know, key players, key cogs in this offense, and, you know, because I like them. They look good in the beginning of the year, and then all these injuries happen. They just kind of normal Lions now. I mean, you can't win games with David Blow.
No. Yeah.
I mean, and then T.J. Hawkinson got hurt. He was a stud. I mean, you have no weapons now. I mean, Kenny Galladay can't do it all. Marvin Jones, that's your only option. They're going to get double teamed. Then, so, they come back healthy next year. Detroit's going to could be a player, especially with a good draft this year in the North.
Yeah,
I mean,
with a healthy Stafford, if he can stay healthy.
And Trey Flowers too. They a big free all defensive free agent.
Yeah,
he was
the guy that I wanted the Browns to go after.
He was hurt. He missed some too. I mean, like, they're looking at Detroit's picking 5 or 6, something like that. Looking like that way.
Right.
They're sliding Okuda to go to them. That would be huge because him and Darius Slay.
Yeah.
Would be, I think, one of the top 5, 6 cornerback pairing in the NFL. You're gonna need that in the North when you have a Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, you know, and whatever quarterback plays in Chicago, if it's Trubisky next year, or Cam Newton, who knows? I mean, whatever could happen. You don't know.
Right.
Tom Brady could come there, you know.
Speaking of Tom Brady, just throw this in. He didn't make the Pro Bowl for the first time
since 2008,
a million years.
Well, he sucks. Like, he has a horrible.
He's showing his age.
His quarterback rating is lower than his age. I mean, it's bad. Like, he's not. If it wasn't for his
coming down to earth.
If it wasn't for his defense, dude, when you can't pass on the Cincinnati Bengals,
right?
Like, there's, I mean,
yeah, that's an issue.
I don't see it. I think he retires. I think he knows it.
He might,
and he's gonna play it out, you know, because their defense is letting them win. Help of a semi-easy schedule or easier schedule.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. This Buffalo game is going to be huge game this weekend. It's probably one of the marquee games this weekend, in my opinion. Buffalo and, you know, New England sitting there.
Yeah.
Buffalo wins. They're looking at possible division, takeover division, you know. I mean,
right. Yeah, that'd be huge.
Last time the Jets, I think, won the division was when Sanchez went back-to-back AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Last time the Patriots didn't win the division. So.
Right. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
So I listed my positives and negatives. Not many positives. Nick Chubb, obviously. Mac Wilson got his first NFL interception. And then offensive line only allowed 1 sack, so Baker had time. Negatives allowed 445 yards to a 3-9-1 team. No flow to the passing game. Some of the worst tackling attempts I've ever seen. Seems like we say that every week, and it gets worse. Defense gave up early in the second half. I mean, you got veteran players. Kareem Hunt came out and said that not every guy gave 110% from the start.
yeah, he had a little something to say to the players. I heard.
Yeah.
And I read.
And rightfully so.
Landry yelling at Kitchens. I mean,
so there's obviously disconnect going on between the players and the coaching staff, and the head coach in particular.
Freddie Kitchens has never had that locker room. I don't think at once this year. I don't think he was not the right guy. And we talked about it last week, and we might have been onto something that McCarthy could be the guy that they want in Cleveland.
Right.
And he wanted a year to do his thing.
Yep.
So they went with this Freddie Kitchens experiment just to see what kind of development he can do.
Yeah, I heard that, and it makes sense if you think about it.
It does, but they're also not like the Browns haven't it's 2 years in a row they've won more than 5-6 games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's improvement for Cleveland.
It is improvement. But...
That's improvement. I don't care. If they have 2 more games left, if Browns win, they go 7-9.
Yeah. If they win one and lose one.
7-9.
Yeah, 7.
So if they win out, they're 8-8.
Yeah.
So if they win out, they can go 500.
But at the same time, you give a McCarthy or Ron Rivera this roster this year, and I think they win at least 10 games.
I don't know. You look at the injuries happen. Look at the fighting happen. I mean,
true, but I mean they still have enough talent to beat some of these teams that they should have beat, like Arizona.
Well, I mean, when that defense doesn't, you don't get I don't even know if it's the same situation. If everything pans out the way it was, and you had Rivera in there, because look at the talent they have in Carolina.
I think they would have won some of those close games, like the Seattle game earlier this season.
Maybe, yeah, they're healthier than they all players. Yes, because the play call have been a little different. Yes,
right.
Probably mostly. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue that. But right now, with all the injuries and everything out, I don't know if Rivera would have been enough to get over this because your defense couldn't do shit today.
Right.
You're not gonna coach being that blown out that early. You ain't coaching yourself back in this game.
That's the thing.
You can control the downslide, maybe.
Especially recently, in recent weeks, that it seems like if they get down early, they guys kind of hang their heads.
No, what's the point? That's what they're saying. Right? Yeah. But I think I like Rivera, to be honest.
I do too. I'd even be okay with McCarthy at this point.
I just think he's stale. I don't see, until he proves otherwise, I don't know if I can't trust him because he's stale.
Well, that's what he's doing right now. He's trying to reinvent himself with today's NFL and kind of getting up to speed.
But do you really want to I don't know if I want to throw my hat in a ring on a what if he got up to speed.
I mean, he's got a history with Dorsey, obviously.
But also if I'm picking out this list, you have candidates here and stuff, right?
Yeah, the hot name now is Josh McDaniels.
But I don't know if he leaves. I seriously think he stays in New England.
Albert Breer from NFL Network was on with Bullfox.
Yeah.
And he said that he knows from a reliable source that Josh McDaniels, there are 2 jobs he would leave New England for, and he said that's Cleveland and Carolina. And he's very interested in the Browns job. And supposedly Dee Haslam is a huge fan of Josh McDaniels.
I look at it this way: Belichick could be done too. He could just be I'm old. He's 77 years old.
Right.
When's enough? How many Super Bowl rings do you need? You're going to go down as the greatest coach. I don't think there's going to be another coach.
Knocked out in the first round and Brady retires, he could say, okay.
I'm out. And then McDaniels is going to be the guy in New England, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the only, obviously.
And that's why I see that happening. I don't see that being far-fetched. I see that being a legit option. Right. So if I'm picking out of all these, I don't want McDaniels. I don't think. I'm going with Rivera or Stefanski.
Yeah, Stefanski, remember, it was between him. He was a finalist.
Yeah.
Him and, obviously, Freddie Kitchens. And then he went back to Minnesota.
I like Stefanski, guys. I like his...
They were really impressed with him.
I like his... He's
he's an offensive mind.
Yes, and I think he'll be able to get the most out of the weapons we have. But look what he's doing in Minnesota.
Right.
I mean, with a quarterback like Kirk Cousins, he's having a Pro Bowl year.
Right.
You know, I mean, probably his best season ever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
May not be statistically, but just impact, whatever. He's playing like a true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of going the coordinator route, but I put those two. Those are the two I'd be okay with.
I think Lincoln Riley stays.
Like I don't really want to go the college route.
He's going too much success in Oklahoma. Like I just think he stays. Like,
and I heard somebody bring up a point too. You want somebody who can come in and coach Baker, not be his best friend, like Freddie Kitchens or like a Lincoln Riley. You want somebody who's going to come in and be hard on him.
I think Lincoln Riley with the connection to Baker wouldn't be bad because he would know how to use him again.
That's the only.
So it'd be a scheme built literally that he's had years of practice with. He knows it works. It'd be like an air raid in Cleveland, in my opinion.
Yeah. And
you have the receiver to do that. And Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry stretch the field.
Yeah.
You have a running game to take the pressure. I mean, you just need an offensive line, and I think that's Cleveland's biggest.
Well, they need two tackles. They need right and left tackle. That's the big needs this offseason.
And I think free agency is going to be where they secure it,
and
then in the draft is where they're going to get depth. Third, fourth, fifth round, they're going to add depth to the offensive line.
Right.
First, second round, I think they're going to add some role players. I think linebacker, if they let Schobert let it walk, because there's no contract talks yet.
I heard they could go tight end in the first round too, first or second.
No, I don't think that's an idea. Seals Jones has proven to be a very viable option in Cleveland. Let's work that out, because right now the tight end class, this isn't a good year for tight ends. Not like last year. Last year that's when you want it.
That's when we should have taken him.
Hawkinson, Fan, Irv Smith. I mean, Sternberger. There's so many of them options that you could have got.
Right.
I just think this year is like last year's quarterback crop wasn't the greatest. You know what I mean? It was one name and then that was it. But this year quarterback crop is supposed to be loaded. It's like the Carson Wentz Jared Goff class again,
Yeah.
I mean, or the Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, that class, so deep. You had Baker, Lamar, Rosen, Darnold. Those.
Right.
That's what we're looking at this year again with that, with Tua, Burrow, Love, and Hubert, and all that. I mean, it's pretty deep in my opinion.
Right.
But I think I go defense, and you go linebacker, and then you
go.
go
they're
defensive line.
Letting Schobert go, so either
they may.
They're planning on adding there, or they think that Taki can step in next year and take over that spot.
They need to add I think they're good in corner. Maybe add a safety. They could trade him, try to get that.
Need a safety because they're going to jettison Demarius Randall with all the issues he's had, and Kitchens benching him and leaving him behind. He won't be back.
Yeah, but if Kitchens doesn't come in, like you might be looking at if McCarthy's there. If McCarthy comes in, Cleveland.
Yeah, if McCarthy comes in. I mean, that's Randall's former coach.
Yes, and if Rivera comes in, I think Randall would and Rivera would be able to control Randall. I think get more out of. That's why I think it's either be Rivera or Stefanski. I think Stefanski's offense, his new age offense flow, and it works, would be beneficial for offense. If it's not, I think Rivera, because he's a player. He knows how to win. He's had a successful resume.
Yeah.
I mean, what else more do you need? He has a Super Bowl.
There's going to be changes.
I think Rivera is the answer there. I think
even if they for some reason keep Kitchens, which I hope they don't, and there's going to be an overhaul on the coaching staff for sure. And
I'm pretty sure Dorsey goes, "You're not calling the plays."
Yeah, if they keep him, that's the only way I'm okay with keeping him is if they tell him you're not calling the plays. Todd Monken or whoever, they bring another guy in. An offensive coordinator is going to call the plays, not you. You focus on being a head coach.
Yeah, it needs to be, because
that's the only way I'm okay with it. And still, I'd rather not keep him, but. It is what it is. If that's the way
I understand keeping the head coach because it's
they want continuity. They want to keep changing.
They want stability.
Look how many coaches we've had over the last.
Look at
10
Tennessee.
years.
Look at Marcus Mariota. If he was I'm gonna use him as a prime example every time for he's had a different head coach and a different coordinator almost every single year of his career.
Well, that's the thing. What good is that for Baker if you're going to be changing?
Exactly. You have to learn a new scheme, or it might be 100% new, it might differ, but you're still learning. It's new things, new terminology, new cadences, new whatever coming in there. You have to learn. You're not be able to just used to it and go and grow. You can't do that. That's what But I think Rivera comes in and that he hires he may even be able to lure away Stefanski
to
Can you imagine having Rivera and then Stefanski? Like, I think Rivera has that pull to do that.
There's one way to do that. Put the assistant head coach title on him. That's why it's a promotion.
Yeah. But I mean,
I could see that happening. That would be an ideal situation if you could snag those two.
that'd be huge, in my opinion, because you'd be able to get a guy that can control the team in Rivera, and then you have a guy that's showing be one of the greatest offensive minds right now outside of the Rams coach, but he's slacking right now. I mean, so who knows? But I think that'd be beneficial. And then if Mayfield doesn't succeed, have success in this situation, then we know it's a him thing.
Well, that's next year's that's year 3, so it's a critical year for him.
See if he grows.
Make or break,
in
my opinion. Because then his contract's coming up the next year, and you got to decide what you're going to do.
Well, a 5th-year option, but yeah.
Yeah. But supposedly there's multiple players behind the scenes who want a change at the top. The head coach.
It's frustration though. Can you there's all this hype around this team, they're looking at the name and saying, dude, we could compete and we're not.
Well, did you hear OBJ today?
He said, I'm staying.
Yeah, he goes, I'm not going anywhere. We're going to see this through. We're going to come back next year and do what we thought we were going to do this year.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody takes comments out of it's all out of context. Come and get me.
Yeah, so did you hear Landry today?
What does that mean?
He said what? He said I wouldn't say that in a game to another team, let alone a team like the Cardinals, who's worse than we are, or worse record than we are. He's like, I'm not going to say that during the game.
Yeah. Or does it when you say come and get me, does it mean come and get me
right?
Tackle me, come get me?
Right. Maybe he said it.
You're talking shit. Come get me.
Well, it came from Mike Silver, who spews all kind of bullshit. So he's had it out for the Browns since they fired his buddy Hugh Jackson. So.
He throws things out there just to get his name out there and credit, just to.
Yeah, it's all clickbait. That's what, like Landry said, it's all clickbait.
I mean, I can see Odell Beckham demanding him because he's not doing it, but
Well, having Landry, I think that's the big
thing.
Landry being here. If Landry wasn't here, he'd want to be traded.
Oh yeah, probably. And I'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Right.
You want to win. You only have X amount of years as an NFL player,
right? And
you want to make the most out of it. I don't want to be on bottom-dwelling teams.
Yeah, and he's entering the prime of his career.
Yeah, because he was on the bottom-dwelling Giants for the first portion. Now he's in Cleveland. Come on, really?
Well, that's why you got to get somebody who can utilize these weapons. I mean, Kareem Hunt said he's open to coming back, so I have no problem bringing the entire offense back the way it is. Mine is Rashard Higgins is going to be gone. Obviously, they're not using him. His contract.
I don't know if I bring back Kareem Hunt. I really don't.
I would.
You could use that money somewhere else.
It depending on how much you want. So say
he's gonna want a pretty penny if he's gonna come back here. So this is what I think: for him to come back and play a second fiddle, because he's gonna play a second fiddle in Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Regardless.
No, and I think he understands.
And he knows that. So he's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna get paid. If I'm gonna take prime years of my running back, I want to at least get a good contract. So he's gonna want
the only thing I can think
$10 to $12 million a year.
Maybe he looks at it as he gets a full season with the Browns. Obviously not the lead back, but he's going to get more carries.
If they sign a 1 year, $7 to $8 million, okay, I may be able to say okay with that.
Because then that can lead to a huge contract for him,
or a trading somewhere.
Right.
They could trade him.
So you got to look at it from that perspective.
Yes, but he's trying to get a multi-year deal for money. It's not worth it because
he's still.
He's young. Yes, he's young. So is Chubb. But you need so much help in other places that money could go signing a key offensive line, an offensive tackle. You could be signing a Trent Williams 2-3 years to protect Baker for the next 2-3 years.
I think they might revisit that.
They're most likely going to, because he ain't gonna come back to Washington. No. So if you could protect Baker for 2-3 years, you're 100%. We have a Pro Bowl, All-Pro left tackle protected Baker. For the next 2 years. So that allows him not to worry about his blind side or pay Chubb Hunt for a 3-year, $32 million contract. What are you doing?
Right. Your left tackle.
I'm bringing the left tackle in there because I got Chubb on our rookie deal for less money. Right? I'd rather have those 2-3 years of a left tackle than 2-3 years of a backup running back just because he's a Kareem Hunt, the namesake. That's all it is.
Right.
It's the safety net of having that option. Right? Well, I'd rather have my quarterback upright that have to dump it out to a running back every time because you're getting flanked.
Yeah.
That's just simple. So that's why I'm not too open unless it's a 1 year, like I said, $7-8 million deal.
Right.
I say no. Like I don't think it's smart to bring him in. That's just me though.
So last week we were talking about how many Pro Bowlers we think the Browns will have.
We said what 2 to 5, 5 the most.
5 at the most, but most likely
like 2 to 3.
2 to 3.
And it was
they
2.
got 2, Chubb and Jarvis Landry. Two guys that deserve it. Schobert got snubbed. But I mean, he's had a couple really good games and then some average games. So.
And we said Landry, we said Chubb were to make it. Tennessee set it 2 with Brett Kern and Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 alternates.
Baltimore has 12.
that roster didn't even look that good.
No, it didn't. The beginning of the year, I would have never guessed.
Who even made it? Like,
I didn't hear. I'm sure Lamar, obviously.
Oh, Lamar made it. I'm sure Hollywood Brown made it.
Yeah. Mark Andrews, probably the tight end.
Mark Ingram.
Ingram's had a good year. A few of their offensive linemen and some of their defensive guys. I didn't hear it, but that's a lot.
Oh, excuse me.
But,
so we got Lamar Jackson. Oh, let me see here. Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram, fullback came from Baltimore. That's 3. Tight end came from Baltimore. Ronnie Stanley from the Ravens came. That's 5. The guard came. 6. Defense.
They must have 6 on defense.
Matt Judon. Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey, Earl Thomas.
Their kicker probably made it too. What's his name?
Justin Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker. He's
their long snapper.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn. Well, they deserve it. I mean,
I forgot they had Earl Thomas, Marcus Peters.
Yeah, they traded for Peters.
So those two. Okay, so that makes sense. And then.
Oh, they deserve it. I mean, they're the best team in the NFL right now.
They're crazy, but I don't know. I don't know if they make it to the playoffs. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if it's a different animal. Playoff football is a different than regular season football.
Yeah.
It's a one and done thing. You don't have a time to
Yeah, Lamar Jackson doesn't have that experience.
So it's. I mean, a lot of the team does. Earl Thomas, Marcus Peters. I mean, there's players there.
Yeah, they got enough veterans.
Mark Ingram. I mean, there's there, but does he fold under it? Because he's like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I think if he can not get in his head about this, they go all the way.
Well, they're gonna have home field throughout, so that's gonna help them.
Yeah, unless Cleveland beats them again and then New England wins, it's a whole fucking thing. Cleveland can still make the playoffs. There's still like a
0.8%.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steelers and Titans have to lose out.
And they have to win out, and then Jesus needs to fart in a
They
jar.
They screwed themselves already, so.
But it's
All right, enough of the Browns. I'm tired of talking about their crap.
It's just football. I like talking about football because we're gonna get into dumb sports like baseball and like who really cares about the Cavs right now? It's not. There's nothing. Nothing from the Kevin Love happened until Kevin Love gets traded.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna. I mean,
exactly. Until he gets traded, there's no real.
I'll tell you what. I watched the game the other night. I don't know if his back's bothering him or if he just tired of playing here, which is probably a combination of both. But he's just. I mean, he looked really slow. He was like barely jogging up the court, and I seen him motion that he wanted subbed out, and Beeline made him stand like another 3-4 minutes. And he was like barely getting up and down the court. So I don't know what's going on there, but I mean his numbers are down, which you don't want to see when you're trying to trade the guy. You're trying to build up his value.
Yeah,
and that's what the concern teams are concerned that he's hurt. His durability. I mean, look at the whole time he's been in Cleveland, he's been hurt every year at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, never for a long period of time, but
except for the time someone ripped his shoulder out of his socket.
Yeah, the Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah.
But
it's nothing exciting in Cleveland. Like this, KPJ shows flashes, but then he has a.
Well, he's gonna have
that's what I'm saying. But then he has a dud game, so you get all hyped up like, oh, let's go watch it. Dude, then the game you go and watch, he
was hyped up against Houston because Harden was kind of his idol.
Yeah,
and he went toe to toe with him, and even Harden gave him a lot of props after the game.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's potential. I'm not saying there's not potential, but like,
well, he's been playing better. Garland's been doing better. Sexton's been down. Those are the 3 guys to watch. Chetty Osman, I expected more this year out of him. He's averaging 6 points the last 6 games and shooting 30% from the field. he's obviously not your starting forward,
No.
small forward going forward. And Dylan Windler had a setback. He was getting ready to come back, had a setback in his leg. So who knows when we'll see him? I was looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah.
But they should hopefully.
Like I'm looking at this, like there's all the stuff right here, like a whole page of the Cleveland Indians, right?
Yeah.
And they got a pamphlet of potential prospects right here, right?
Yeah. Free agents.
One of the prospects for the team.
Yeah.
Right. And then we look at this is one of the second big this is like the NFL draft day for college football, National Signing Day, early signing, and we have 5 lines for Ohio State football.
Yeah. I said we're
The
going to
more
look at
prominent
top signings.
More prominent team right now in Ohio. 5 lines. But the Indians, like this dude is balls deep in the MLB.
Well, it's the hot.
It's not
deep
really-
in the hot stove right now.
Yeah, but I'd rather, like everybody, it's hot. It's a national championship. Like the playoffs are coming up.
Yeah,
It's
not
bowl
for
season.
weeks. I mean, there's a big lull.
It's
in
a
college
week from
football right
Friday. A week from Saturday is the bowl game.
now. There's only a couple bowl games everybody cares about. That's the.
But it's coming up. There's all the
Two,
hype. We got the
yeah.
recruiting class coming up. We all this. Ohio State literally signs two stud quarterbacks in the same draft class.
Yeah.
We have an instant quarterback competition for backup behind Fields. And we
They both coming in next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both in 2020
That
draft.
was
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud and
And-
Jack Miller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We signed the number 1 receiver.
Yeah, Julian
The
Fleming.
number 2 receiver.
I shared his highlights on our Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, I watched
It's
that.
ridiculous.
He looks like he could play corner.
He's
He's a 2-way player in high school. He
Yeah.
played corner but have you seen all the this dude's making this dude has hands.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like his hands, not anything else. I don't know nobody. His hands remind me of Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Like Michael Thomas had great hands.
right.
Like great hands. Like he'd catch anything. Cold, flu, whatever. Like he'd just catch it. It's boom. Like he reminds me of that with his hands. Like I'd have to look more into like his route running and his ability to cut and everything, but his hands right now I'm seeing early signs of Michael Thomas. I don't even know.
If they can get another Michael Thomas, that'd be
Whew. And then you see
Unreal.
the number 2 recruit in the country, receiver, number 2 prospect
yeah
going to high school, flip from LSU
to Maryland.
to Maryland.
Yeah.
Went to the Big Ten.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean Maryland. I don't know Maryland. Did you say to Maryland? Like, come on now.
They got a huge linebacker this past year recruit. He was supposed to go one of the bigger schools, and he flipped to Maryland.
Yeah.
So they're starting to get some big recruits.
Yeah, Clemson the number 1 recruiting class, Alabama 2, us 3,
3. Yeah.
and
Yeah,
see,
we got Paris Johnson. Was he number 2?
Oh, the
number 1
five-
offensive tackle in the nation.
yeah, the 5-star.
He's a monster.
We only got 2 5-star players. It was
Him and
him and Fleming. Yeah.
then the number 5 receiver in the country, Jackson Smith Njiba. However you pronounce that.
Nope. Jackson Smith is his name.
Yeah, Jackson Smith. We'll go
That's
with
his
that.
name. We're going Jackson Smith because I ain't
So as always, they're going to be loaded at wide receiver year after year.
good because like we're only losing like
KJ Hill's graduating. He's a senior. I think Austin Mack is a senior too, I believe.
we're only losing 2, but you got to think like we had Olave will be back
Yeah.
because unless he
Garrett
declares
Wilson really came on.
Garrett Wilson's coming on, and then you're going to add.
I think Benjamin Victor's. I think
He's coming back.
Yeah. I think-
Someone said it, and Chase Young. There's rumors that he may stay at Ohio State.
Yeah, I saw that. Which personally, I think he should go. If you're projected to be the number 1 pick,
He's not going to be
don't
number 1
pass that
pick.
money out. Even if top 3,
He'll be top 3. Yeah.
I mean, you
but
can come back and
you
blow
ain't-
your knee out. You're screwed. That's why those guys get insurance. So
Ooh, exactly. Yeah, you health insurance, and dude, you're a millionaire if you get injured, dude.
Right.
You're making the comp.
they
You'll be fine.
weren't offering that years ago. So.
You might not. Oh yeah, because
It's
you
a
get the
different
insurance. So
ballgame
like,
now.
you could be slot number 3. You get insurance, and you're gonna go 24 because of injury. The difference money, you're making it with your insurance. You're gonna make that claim on your insurance. They're gonna pay you out.
Don't get me wrong. The Ohio State fan team wants him to come back,
Oh hell yeah,
no doubt.
that'd be especially with this. Oh, another year of Fields, and then
Yep.
these offensive linemen that are coming in from our pro. Like I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna beef up that line.
I mean, J.K. is going to leave, but you got Master Teague right behind him, so he looks like he's going to be a stud.
It's so funny. Like if you look at the top running back process, like NFL draft prospects for running backs, Dobbins isn't even in the top 3. It's
That's crazy.
yeah,
Jonathan Taylor, right?
yeah. And hold on.
Who was the other kid from Oklahoma State? I can't remember his name.
Bubba Hubbard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we look at DeAndre Swift is the number one. We haven't heard about him all year. Like
No.
he's quietly.
Right.
Chuba Hubbard number 2, Jonathan Taylor 3, and then J.K. Dobbins 4, and then Travis Etienne.
I heard I was on the NFL channel on satellite, and they had Mel Kiper on. He was taking calls, and that's what he said, that Dobbins could end up falling to the second round, and somebody could get a massive steal in the second round if he falls.
Who was I seeing that was going to take him? Like I was talking to somebody, and I said if he fell to this team, it would be my worst nightmare. Oh, it was the Texans. The Texans ended up grabbing him.
Well, yeah, you look at the contenders down at the end of the first round. One of those grab them. And that's
the Patriots.
Right.
And finally have a belt out and get rid of this whole. But the thing is, the Patriots never draft running backs early. They always do the running back by committee.
Yeah.
They will always do the running back by committee. For some reason, I was talking to our buddy Troy. The last belt they had, or no, I was talking to you. It was Corey Dillon.
Well, it depends. If Brady leaves, that could change their philosophy.
True, but if Bill Belichick stays, it may not. He's the coach. He's still doing it.
Right.
And right now, they still do running back by committee, and Brady's garbage.
Right.
Yeah, I would think they'd be sticking to more running, because they're not. So, who knows? But, Dobbins falls, that'd be horrible. I would love for Tennessee to draft him. I just want an Ohio State player.
Yeah.
I want a jersey. I'm going to buy a fucking Ohio State jersey with a player on it. Tennessee for a hot minute. Because I want to buy that player. The Dobbins came. I want to buy Dobbins' Ohio State jersey.
Yeah.
And then his Titans jersey. Cut that bitch down the fucking middle and sew them together.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Do the white and the red, the red Ohio State and the white Titans jersey, sew them together. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Be
pretty
awesome, yeah. But I'm not drafting. I'm not buying a jersey of a guy that drafted in the 6th fucking round. You're not going to be there in a year.
Right.
It ain't going to happen.
Right.
Then I waste my money and buying 2 fucking jerseys and ripping them in half. No. I need someone to get drafted in the first fucking round or maybe second, like the Michael Thomas situation.
So how about our buddy Josh Gordon getting suspended once again? Is this finally going to be the year ban or lifetime ban?
There has to be I
thought it was supposed to be 3 suspensions ago.
I'm sorry.
It's such a wasted talent. I know.
If you're paying me, if I'm playing football, I love this sport, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna pay me millions of dollars to play this game, and you're on a winning fucking team now, dude. You're on the Seattle Seahawks, so you have a very, very strong chance to go to a Super Bowl this year.
Right.
And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna smoke a bowl because.
Is that what it was? I heard it was PED, so I know.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
Some illegal substance that you're not supposed to do. You should know better, dude. Of all people, you should know what's illegal to put in your body in the NFL. Right. You should have a list, on your door, in your visor, tattooed on your arm.
Yeah,
I can't do this. Okay, no, guys, I can't eat that. No,
wasted talent.
Yeah, it's this should be it. No more. No more.
This should definitely be it. No more reinstatements. You're done.
Just stop. It's ridiculous.
Go get help.
Because all you're doing is you're showing people that it's okay to do this, and you're gonna get a job. So how my piece of has 8 games or whatever, but next year I'll be back. So whatever. Right. You're not setting a precedent. You're not. Ray Rice set a precedent. Not really, because Kareem Hunt's in the league again, and then Ben Roethlisberger, it's whatever. But stick to your guns.
And this killed me too, because this was his time to shine, to be the guy in Seattle.
Not really, because DK Metcalf was there, and
they got Metcalf.
He was a third option. Metcalf's having a solid rookie season. The only one he's trailing is his old teammate AJ Brown, the Titans. But and then Lockett's, their number one. Right. He's been Mr. Reliable for Russell, and then you got Gordon, but Gordon's only been out there for third down. He's at third down possession receiver. They're usually.
I thought Lockett was hurt.
He played last week.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he put up some points against you in fantasy, and Matt. He played Matt.
Well, that was a sure win, so I didn't even look at it.
Oh.
I don't know.
Was it though? Was it?
I don't even think I beat him by a little bit.
I don't even know what you beat him by, to be honest with you.
Forgot. I was kind of focused on the other one. because I knew that one was going to be close.
Yeah, because when you put up 154 points and you lose, like, there's not much more you can do. That's what happened to me. I put up 154 points and I lost in that league, too.
Yeah.
Like, Derrick Henry gave me 8 and Robert Woods gave me 5, but I really had nothing else on the bench to do anything.
I beat him 147 to 119.
Yeah. What did Lockett do? Lockett put up 26 points.
Yeah, that was his leader.
Yeah, he what did he do? End up putting up
Christian McCaffrey's just been ridiculous this
8
year.
catches, 89 yards.
I only got 2 points out of Edelman, too.
Yeah.
7 out of Cook. Yes, hopefully I can win a couple fantasy titles this week. That'd be nice.
He put Julio Jones on his fucking bench.
He deserves to
You
win.
started Jarvis Landry over Julio Jones?
I don't think he's on. I don't see his name, but he might be.
No, unless he watched it in the beginning, like, oh,
Yeah.
this is just a future. Are you? Did you or do not deserve to have a fancy?
Say, got what you deserve.
What an idiot! I feel no sympathy for you. No sympathy for you. That was 38 points you gave up, dude. You could have damn near won.
Yeah, it would have been really close then.
Like 31 points, even. He's 119.
Yeah.
He won.
119, 142, I think it was.
Yeah, dude, he'd beat you.
Yeah.
Because 39 minus 7 but 31 would have been 150. He'd beat you by 3.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
I bet you he's kicking someone. Oh man, that sucks. That really does suck. But
All right, let me hit up the sponsors real quick. We've got Detroit Auto Parts, 2 locations on the west side at 216-398-7373 and on the east side, 216-531-7373. Mention Redline Radio and get 10% off your purchase. Greer Machine Tool, the hotline sponsor. You can reach them at 440-322-3685 for all your powder coating needs. Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. For all your home improvement needs, call Will Wiggins at 440-731-4654. Always Green Landscaping in Twinsburg. You can contact Sean Martyr at 330-487-0582. Lubrication Supply. In the field or on the track, let them put you in the winner's circle. 330-813-2305. Ask for Kevin or Jim. We've got K&M Towing in Cleveland. Stranded or need a tow, give Tom or James a call at 216-252-2229. Young and McCarthy Attorneys for Truck Crash Victims. You can reach them at 216-931-3932 or truckcrashvictimhelp.com. Dirty Jobs, Dirt Cheap, Demo and Cleanup. Dirty job, don't want to do yourself? Give Rick Cross a call at 440-453-6844. Millsy Motorsports, your front-wheel drive, GM front-wheel drive performance specialist. Contact Mike Miller at 937-671-7345. And our newest sponsor of Redline, Baker Bands. You can reach them at bakerbands.com. Check them out for all your custom headbands. Pretty cool stuff. And then we've got our sponsor here at the Land Sports Podcast, Wagner Landscaping out of Streetsboro. For all your landscaping and snow removal needs, contact Michelle at 330-524-5415.
here, I got a question for you.
Yep.
I'm coming around this sports group on Facebook I follow, and there's a all-decade team question. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options. All right. Option 1 is the Warriors with Curry, Thompson, Draymond, Kevin, and Iguodala, right?
Yep.
Option 2 for Celtics is Rondo, Allen, Pierce, Garnett, and who's 42 right now on the Celtics? He just signed there.
You talking about
Horford.
Oh, Horford.
Thank you, Horford. I was trying to think of it. All right. Then you got the Lakers. It's Russell, Kobe, LeBron, Gasol, and AD. And then you got the Heat, Wade, Butler, LeBron, Bosh, and I don't know who the hell that guy is. Maybe Whiteside. And then you got the Thunder. It's Westbrook, Harden, George, Durant, and Steven Adams. Which all-decade team do you roll with?
That's a tough one. Thunder's pretty tough. I mean, it's a lot of individuals though. I don't know.
I think I roll with the Lakers. I think
Yeah.
I think AD, LeBron, and Kobe.
If you look at team-wise, like playing together,
Celtics. They did it. That was how they won because there was.
I think the most talent would be the Thunder, but like I said, they're all individual talents, guys. That,
I don't know.
like
The
to
Heat
get their
looks
own-
too. Wade, Butler, LeBron, Bosh.
Yeah. I forgot about Jimmy Butler. Yeah,
Butler's beasting right now, and he's playing in Miami too.
yeah,
right now.
Miami's playing good.
Yeah.
One of the top teams in the East.
So I texted Matt and I was like, "You really benched Julio Jones?" He's like, "I did, and it cost me."
And mistakes happen.
But Dave commented nice shirts, and
Yeah,
I had to make a comment back and tell him we need our hoodies because I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah, very warm.
Yeah, it's not cool, Dave. Not cool. One of these shows is not like the other.
We have a very warm studio.
We're the redheaded stepchild of Redline Radio, like because we're not there, we don't be treated part of the family, so we get everything last. Like we're the hand-me-down. Like, oh shit, we did forget to buy you shirts and hats. Fuck, that's right. So I'll order them, but I don't know when I'll get them.
We'll get them eventually.
In
I'll
July,
stay on
when we can't wear hoodies.
Yeah.
like, here's your parka. I forgot. Like, dude, it's July.
All right, so Indians made a big trade.
Yeah, Kluber's gone.
Corey Kluber to the Texas Rangers for Delino DeShields Jr. and Emmanuel Clace.
I don't know if I like the trade. I really don't know.
Here's my take on it. I know a lot of people are outraged. We didn't get enough. We got nothing. For one, we didn't get nothing.
We didn't get nothing. I'm not saying we didn't get nothing. I just don't think we got enough. I don't think
if
we're gonna get a top prospect, but I think we could have
Right.
got another maybe middle infielder prospect. You know, doesn't have to be on the top, but I think that could have helped, made it a little more. Kobe maybe could give us another second or third baseman option,
right,
or something. You know, just something else to like alleviate a hole that we know we have. Because yeah, we got the Shields, but
he's a fourth outfielder. I mean,
exactly.
he's a first round
ain't
pick.
Fixing a problem in the outfield.
He's a first round pick who hadn't panned out. Maybe a change of scenery does him good. We'll see. But I really like this reliever. He's got a 101 mile an hour cut fastball. He came up and made his debut at 21 years old with Texas and looked pretty good last year. So you're going to have two flamethrowers in him and James Karinchak, who came up at the end of last year at the back of the bullpen with Brad Hand. So he'll get some help, so he doesn't have to pitch every night, wear down by July.
Yeah, I still think we lost a third option. We lost our third starting pitcher because I don't think Kluber was coming back in 1 or 2. I think Bieber and Clevenger cemented it with the youth and the durability.
Well, if you look at Kluber's numbers, I mean, it was going back to 2018, the second half of the season. 365 is not a bad ERA, but the first half of the season he was under 2. That's when he kind of started going the other way. No, I'm talking about 2018 finishing the season. And in the postseason, he was terrible that year. And then last year, before he broke his arm, he was 2-3 with a 5.80 ERA.
Yeah, that was horrible.
He did not look good when he was healthy. So you look at it from Texas' perspective, they're taking a big risk as well. It's that $17 million. You don't know what you're going to get out of him.
Well, I understand.
He wasn't effective
that's
before
what I'm
the
saying.
injury.
He's like our third option. I still like him better than Savali or Plesac.
I mean, they're set up. The rotation, you got Clevenger, Bieber, Carrasco,
and then it gets iffy after that.
Well, Savali was lights out. I mean, he did not have one bad start last year.
Yeah, but does he continue that? That's what I'm worried about. There's not enough.
Right.
There's not enough. There's not enough tape where for me to make up.
But I mean, if it wasn't for Savali and Plesac, they would have never stayed in the playoff hunt as long as they did last year because those guys came up and saved them. Then behind them, you got Plutko, who pitched pretty well in the 5 spot last year. Jeffrey Rodriguez looked good before he got injured. He'll be healthy. Logan Allen, who you got in the trade, along with Scott Moss, who was really impressive.
Yeah.
Once he came over, and then Tristan McKenzie. So you got a lot.
We keep hearing a lot about the Tristan McKenzie, and that's
he got hurt. He got the same injury that Clevenger had, but he didn't make it back. He needs to put on weight. Is his problem. He's too skinny.
Well, look at Randy Johnson. That dude was a twig, and he was the unit. Like
True.
I mean, it's all about mechanics. That you can be skinny as shit, but you can.
Because I think he's 6. He's like 6'6", 170 or something like that.
I mean, yeah, he could put on 30 pounds and be fine, but like Randy Johnson was like 6'5", $180,
right,
$190, I think, and
Yeah.
He got older, he got fatter, but like.
Well, it's funny how the skinnier guys like him and Pedro Martinez.
It's because
throw
they
it in the
have that
mid-90s.
length and that leverage that they can let it snap. It's all mechanics and
Right.
engineering and physics and shit. I got way above my pay grade.
But Emmanuel Clace, like I said, he regularly.
I like Clay.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I was like, when I saw that, I was
102 last year.
I was like, you know what? Because I remember seeing him. Like, he came in.
He pitched against us.
Yeah, and I was like, this dude has promise. Everybody was talking about it.
Right.
Like, the announcer was saying, a young kid, has a lot of promise. And I was like, I heard he was in there. I was like, oh my God. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know much about the Shields, and I looked him up, and I was like, it was mediocre.
His dad was a pretty good player.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean shit.
I know. Hopefully, I mean, like I said, a change of scenery does good. He is a good defensive outfielder. He has good speed.
Yeah, but we have that in Greg Allen.
I know. He's an older Greg Allen, a couple years older.
And we have that already. That's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't fix an option.
We still need an outfielder.
He doesn't plug. He's not our starter in outfielder. He's not. Right. Doesn't plug a hole. Unless we use this money to sign Puig, he doesn't. Then okay, cool. We had a depth, more rotation. We're not going to lose defensive. We're not going to lose. We're going to lose a bat. He's like a 240 career.
Yeah, 249 was his high.
Yeah, but I think his career is like a 240, 230, something like that. So, right. I mean, so we're not adding offense to it, but I'm okay with, like, I'll sacrifice some offense for a solid defensive. Like, you're going to make those long run down catches, you have the speed to make those, corner catches and stop the extra bases.
I think he'll probably platoon in left field with Luplow play against lefties because he kills lefties.
Yeah.
And obviously you got God, I can't think of his name. The young Mercado in center field and right field.
I think center Mercado.
He's fine.
That's locked down.
They need a right fielder.
If they bring Puig back,
that would be ideal.
Cool.
The thing is, what are they going to do? Are they still going to trade Lindor? Because Antonetti did say now they're
stepping back from being as aggressive because they freed up money with the Kluber trade.
I still think they will trade him though.
It might not be as quick, but it may not even be the Dodgers now.
Right. Yeah, there's other teams stepping up now that are interested.
But they want we want who is it? We wanted
Gavin Lux. They're not trading him. At least not right now. That could change.
He's at their number one prospect, right?
Yeah, he's ready to play now. But that's what they're thinking. Why would we give him up for Lindor when he's got the potential to be possibly as good as Lindor?
Because you said it right there. The possibility to be Lindor. You know what Lindor
from
is.
Their perspective, Lindor could be that missing piece to put him over the top.
So who over the top?
The Dodgers.
Exactly. So who? Cleveland knows that, or the Dodgers?
No, the Dodgers should realize that. They've got everything else.
So why would I trade for Lindor when Lutz could be Lindor? Because he could be Lindor. He could also be not Lindor.
Yeah, you don't know.
He could be as Jubal Cabrera, or who somebody else. He could not. It could be a shit show. Right. He could be good in the minors. Bobby Bradley, your boy, crushed the minors. Came up to the MLB, hot trash.
Pedro Serrano couldn't hit a curveball.
Hot trash. So I mean.
But
I would, if I'm the Dodgers, I'd be like, all right, shortstop prospect who could be this, or Francisco Lindor, who's probably one of the top 3 shortstops in the MLB, and we can sign him and we can have him for the next 6 to 8 years.
The thing here, I heard from one of the top baseball reporters that 2 of the names that were mentioned in the rumors for Lindor were Corey Seager and Jock Peterson. Like, okay, what's the problem there? Why wouldn't you take the sure thing? You got Seager, there's your third baseman or shortstop. Jock Peterson, there's your right fielder. Throw in a couple lower level prospects. Let's I would do that.
Even some international money. I mean,
why would you not take those 2? So
I'd be,
unless they weren't. Maybe it was one or the other, not both that were involved in the deal.
Give me Seager, Lutz, and some international money. I'd be cool. Only 2 players from Lindor. Yeah, I think we're losing that trade still, but we're gonna have 2 infielders now that we know, with what Seager, and then Ramirez is going to be at second. We can put Seager at third, and then Lutz will see what Lutz does at short.
Or Seager can play short. Yeah, well, then Lutz would play short, right?
Yes, and then now your money can go out and either sign Puig or sign a right fielder.
Right.
Or try to trade for a right fielder,
And your lineup looks 10 times better than it did last year.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it.
That's why I think eventually the Dodgers are going to give in.
But I want Seager and Lutz. I mean, that would be huge. Even, if I'm Antonetti, Seager Lutz, like a lower end outfielder prospect, like like your fifth, sixth best prospect.
Yeah.
And then some international money. Here's Francisco Lindor. Have a nice day.
Right.
I'm gonna go back to American League. You have fun winning the National League. Maybe we'll see you for 3 or 4 years down the road.
Yeah. Supposedly, what they told the Indians when they wanted Lutz is, okay, we want Mike Clevenger then too. Yeah, that's when Antonetti said
You're fucking
pretty
high.
much, yeah, hung up the phone at that point. We're not giving up Clevenger. Why? Makes no sense.
No.
Young stud under control for I don't know how many more years. But
6, 5, 6 of them.
yeah, that would be done.
For Lutz,
Right.
and we're giving you Lindor too.
Right.
Are you giving me Bellinger?
Right. Yeah. Then we can talk.
So Seager, Bellinger, and Lutz for Lindor and Clevenger. Okay.
That's not happening.
Deal. Right. Where do you want me to sign?
Right.
Would you sign that trade?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Win in a heartbeat.
Right.
And I would laugh all in the bank.
But supposedly the Braves are.
Who are they gonna give us? Like, what do they have that we want?
I seen their young shortstop. I can't remember his name. Not Rami Okuna, obviously, but they have a young shortstop that's pretty good too. They mentioned him, and then an outfielder, and then a couple other higher.
Last time we went to the Braves for something, it didn't turn out that well.
Yeah, because it was Anthony Casterman's put out 6 trade scenarios with 6 different teams, like packages, realistic packages. A couple of them I didn't like. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember what they were. Yeah, but like I said, I think the Dodgers are going to end up giving in at some point.
Yeah,
because I think he definitely could be the missing piece for them.
very possible.
I mean, their lineup's already pretty damn good, and then you add him. Why wouldn't you? You get 2 more years, 2 years of them, and and you're a team that can offer him the huge money that he's going to be looking for in 2 years.
Yeah, you have that market.
So you got the potential to keep him for 6-7 years.
If not more, you could probably sign him to a 10-year deal, 10-year, $330 million.
Right.
Pay him $33 million a year. Because he's only 20, what? 5?
25 or 26.
So you have him until he's 36.
Yeah, he's going to be entering his prime.
So you'll have him for a good 6 years of prime,
right,
and then 4 years of 80% Lindor. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I said I think eventually they're going to be the team he goes to. But looking at, I printed out some second basemen. I know one that
Yeah, this is a lot to do, guys.
they've been in contact with Cesar Hernandez from the Phillies. A lot of data. Who's a pretty solid player. I'm trying to find him here. Yeah, last season, he hit 279. His best year was 2017. He
Is this
hit,
Shaw?
no, Cesar Hernandez from the Phillies.
This is who you want? This is your
No, this is the guy they actually contacted.
Okay.
He had 294 back-to-back years in 16 and 17. Now, I mentioned Travis Shaw because he's one of those bounce-back guys who was hurt all last year, who absolutely killed the ball 2 years before. Actually, when he came up with Boston, I remember him murdering the Indians every time we faced him. But with the Brewers in 2017, he hit 31 homers, 32 in 2018. Battled a lot of injuries last year, only had 230 at-bats. And he's the guy that you might be able to get on the cheap, who could be a low-risk, high-reward type guy.
He had 275, 277 career average.
Yeah, he's a pretty, and he's only 29. He's actually, I can't remember, he's from Ohio.
Venezuela.
He's from Northeast Ohio.
Whoosh. Hernandez? From Venezuela.
No, Travis Shaw is from Washington Courthouse, Ohio. That's where he went to
You're
Kent
talking
State.
about Shaw now.
He played at Kent State. That's where I remember him from.
Washington Courthouse is down south.
Yeah.
He's a 244 average hitter.
Last year.
Hernandez was 275.
Yeah, Hernandez is a pretty easy guy. I would not be upset. If they use that money from Kluber to sign Hernandez and Puig, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you fill holes. But if we're signing Hernandez, that means this is your second baseman?
Yeah, he's second base. He was Philly's second baseman the last 3 years.
That means Ramirez stays at third.
Or stays at third, right? And then I would assume they probably keep Lindor at least till the trade deadline or next year.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of decent second basemen. I'm not going to go through.
So you think if they make those two moves, Lindor's not getting traded?
I'm not saying he won't, but it's less likely. I think
That's not an all-in push, in my opinion. That's not something that I think Anthony. That's not an all-in
you're getting
push.
a solid second baseman and
Yeah, but you're also
good
looking.
outfielder.
You're signing Puig, probably 2-3.
and that fills out your lineup, and then
It feels like a lineup,
Reyes
but I
is
don't
your
think
DH.
you don't make a push. I don't think you've changed enough to get over the hump that you hit last year. I think adding the prospects that you're going to get in a Lindor trade and the already established players he may have acquired.
Do I think they'll trade him? Yes, because like we've said, if you wait another year,
You're not getting as much.
yeah, you got to trade him now. This is the most value.
He'll
Even
have an audition year pretty much with whoever team,
Right.
and then a year where they can work on a contract.
It just makes too much sense. We're not going to sign him. I don't care what anybody says. How much people want to wish that we could sign him. It's not going to happen.
We're not giving up $300 million
Right.
to a player.
And then, yeah, okay, you want to sign him, give him a $300 million contract, then you have no money to put
$33
anything around.
million.
You're going to go watch the Indians win 60 games and just see Francisco Lindor? No. I'm not going to be satisfied with that. I'd rather put a competitive team on the field year after year.
Make the playoffs and lose.
Yeah, it's better than winning 60 games.
Yeah, who does that remind me of, though? With the Cavs, with LeBron.
Yeah.
So,
2007 when he took Sasha Pavlovich and Boobie Gibson,
to the finals.
Drew Gooden.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Drew Gooden wasn't like
He was decent.
Drew Gooden, okay. And Boobie had a really good year that year. Boobie Gibson had a great year.
Yeah.
After that, it was garbage. He had a really good year.
He was the reason they got to the finals because he got ape
he was
shit
ape shit
the last
Orlando.
game against Detroit in the
Was it
conference
Detroit?
finals. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he scored like 30-some points. He hit like 7 or 8
threes, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what whole Boobie, that was.
Yeah. Ed's a journalist too. He's a pretty decent center.
Oh yeah, dude, you can't count. Like he was top, probably 5 center at the time when he was in the league.
Yeah, that was
Easily.
the prime of his career.
Yeah, so Jonas was good. He had a touch too. He's a good 17-footer. He could shoot out up to 17, 15. He was fine. Like this team, like when LeBron took that team to the finals in 2007,
That was a miracle.
it wasn't like it was depleted of any and all talent.
Right.
All right, he had Boobie, who had, like I said, a stellar year. He had like for him, like not any all-star player year, but like for him, he averaged 13 points, I think.
Yeah.
That's good. You're having in double-digit points.
Yeah.
Drew Gooden was the guy in Cleveland before LeBron got there. He was the small forward there. He was good. He was serviceable, above average, in my opinion.
I just had a bunch of journeyman veterans on the bench, like Eric Snow, Daniel Marshall.
Yeah, those are guys that weren't but they were bench players. And
Right.
they had Pavlich, who wasn't horrible. Then who was that guy? Started with his last name was a white guy. Started with the last name was W. Wally Zerbiak.
That was 2 years after. That was when they made the big trade and got Ben Wallace, Zerbiak, Delonte West,
Okay,
and
so
Joe Smith.
Okay,
Yeah, that was 2 years after. I think that was 2009.
all right.
And then
Then Mo Williams was 7.
No, he came the year after.
No wait.
Yeah.
Eric Snow wasn't bad though. We had Eric
He
Snow.
was decent. Then 2010 we had Shaq.
That was dumb.
We had Shaq and Z. Traded. That was when they put that rule in the NBA that you can't trade a guy and then when he gets released you can't re-sign him. That we were the last ones to do that. We traded him to Washington. They bought him out and we re-signed him.
Who's he?
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
after that they put that rule in where you got to wait a year before you can re-sign a guy.
Because you double dip. You literally got
Right.
players and
Yeah, it was all set up.
Washington knew it.
Yeah, they
They just wanted to dump the salary.
that was pretty much what it was.
Yeah. We'll take him, dump him, whatever.
So then we had Shaq and Z both.
Shaq can do shit. It was so funny watching him try to run up and down the court.
Yeah, it was.
Because LeBron was so fast. He's like, dude, what the? But yeah, it was
It
pretty.
was still fun seeing him in a Cavs jersey though.
Yeah, playing alongside LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool.
He played with Celtics, and then I think Phoenix played until 2 years after that, before he hung it up.
2 years after Cleveland, you played? Yeah. Who do you go to after that?
I think he went to Celtics, and I think he finished with Phoenix his last year.
I thought he played with Phoenix before, so it was Orlando.
Or maybe it was I don't remember. I know he was with Phoenix towards the end of his career. I know he went to the Celtics after the Cavs. He signed with Boston after LeBron left the first time.
Yeah. I still like. Were you mad that he left the first time?
The first time, yes. The
You were mad that he left?
yeah. Second time, no.
See, I don't know if I wasn't mad that he left. I was mad at how he left, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I guess I could say more how he left. I mean, it took me a while to get over it.
Yeah, so he played for Orlando from 92-96, Lakers from 96 to 04, the Heat from 04 to 08, the Suns 08-09,
Okay, that's what it
Cleveland 09 10, and then 10-11 was Celtics.
sounds like. Okay, I got the big stuff there.
Yeah, I knew he played. I thought he played before because he played he was a little bit younger in Phoenix. I think that year in Phoenix they did pretty good, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Lakers and Bucks are tied 24-4 with the best record in the NBA right now.
Yeah. Do you have the Bucks and you have the Bucks and the Clippers?
Yeah, Bucks. We're the Clippers.
Clippers
They're actually second. They're right behind the Lakers at 21-8.
Yeah, they're up there. Dude, I like this Lakers team. They can add some players towards in a mid-season, some depth. This Lakers team has a potential. LeBron could do it again.
Yeah.
They're looking good. They were surprised by a Pacers team, but
That's gonna happen.
you're gonna lose some games that no one's gonna expect you to lose, and you're gonna win some games that you didn't think you were supposed to win.
Right.
I mean, it happens. It's like any given Sunday.
Wow, you look at the Western Conference.
It's crazy.
The 7th seed is Oklahoma City at 12-14, and the 8th seed right now Sacramento at 12-15.
But the East with losing records, winning a playoff spot.
Yeah. That's the East. There's only one. The 8th seed Orlando's 12-15.
Who's in 1 seed right now? Is it the Bucks?
The Bucks are 24-4. Then you got the Sixers 20-8, Celtics 17-7.
Yeah, 'cause I got the Lakers and Sixers playing the final. So we're both sitting our predictions so far.
Yeah,
we're
they're
sitting
not looking bad.
with top 4 teams.
And
I had the top team in the West. You had the top team in the East, and then I had the second team in the East. You had the second team in the West.
the Cavs have the 3rd worst record right now.
Good.
The Pelicans and Hawks are tied at 6.
Did you see Lonzo bought everybody in his team custom Xboxes?
Yeah.
And you saw the video with Zion. I'm like, no motherfuckers haven't played a single game, and you're gonna
Right.
you give him an Xbox. You don't need him sitting and getting any fatter, sitting there playing video games. You should have bought him a Peloton contract, or a speed bike. Like, yo, thin out, homie, because you look like Shaq, right?
Golden State's still hanging tough as the worst team in the NBA.
They're trying. They
5-22.
want that.
They want that number 1 pick.
They want that.
Did you hear the rumor? They're going to try to, if they get the number 1 pick, try to trade it for Giannis.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Milwaukee's
don't see Milwaukee going for that. Yeah.
No, because this dude, they're gonna sign him long term. They're gonna build around this dude. He's special.
15th pick in the draft too. That was the Anthony Bennett year, but I mean, who would have known?
Yeah.
It's not even.
Did Oladipo come out that year too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. That's who Dan Gilbert wanted, but.
Big Oladipo?
Yeah.
That'd been huge. Can you imagine having him? It took him a little bit to pan out.
Yeah, it took him a couple years, but
he turned out. If Cleveland had the patience,
right.
You could be looking at that could have been huge with him and LeBron there.
Yeah.
That'd have been nuts. See, what would that have done,
Right.
There's so many what ifs though,
So Ohio State basketball got upset.
Who in the top 5 hasn't got upset this year?
They went up number 3, lost to Minnesota.
I think they had the worst loss though of the top thing. Minnesota was.
They were down by 20-some. They tried to make a late run, but then came back and blew out Southeast Missouri State last night by 30-some points.
They needed it because.
But I mean, every team's going to have their lull. They play. Kentucky. I thought it was in Kentucky. It's
at Las Vegas.
It's that CBS Classic thing in Las Vegas Saturday.
Vegas.
So that'll be a good game.
We'll see. Hopefully they can win. That'd make them not to go back up to one of the top 3 again.
Yeah. Right, so we got our top 5 NFL games of the week before we do our picks.
I don't know why you say our top 5. You say your top 5.
Yeah, mine.
You should call me hey, what's 2 of your top 5 games this week? And I'll let you know. We got Kevin's top 5 games of the NFL week.
Kevin's top 5 games.
There you go. I don't know how that, I don't even understand this is the top 5 because of a record got broke, but that should not have been a top 5 game.
Well,
should have been
that's the only reason I put it.
That should have been like an asterisk.
No, that's the only reason I put it on there. But I put the Packers beating the Bears 21-13, classic matchup there. Not a whole lot of offense. Aaron Jones had 2 touchdowns. Monte Adams, 103 yards in that touchdown. And Anthony Miller has been playing well for the Bears, 118 yards in a touchdown.
Yeah.
He's been kind of a late season addition in
Anthony Miller's looking
leagues.
good.
Yeah.
Him and Allen Robinson looking some threats right there.
Now they just need a quarterback.
Allen Robinson's the first 1,000-yard receiver in Chicago in last, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've had one.
Yeah, so see, game ought to be placed instead of having a Saints Colts game in there. It would have been, I would have had the Buccaneers Lions game.
Yeah, but Jameis Winston's throwing for 800 yards a game now.
Or the Seahawks Panthers game because the Panthers came storming back so late because Seahawks were up 20 something, going up 17 points and a half, and they came back and only won by 6. So
yeah, and the speaking of Tampa Bay, he's lost Mike Evans, now lost Chris Godwin, and our former receiver Perriman had 3 touchdowns, 100-some yards. That's what we're lacking this year is a deep threat because of OBJ's hernia. Perriman would have been nice to have that speed.
Yeah.
I got the Texans beating the Titans 24-21. It's a tough loss for Tennessee.
Yeah.
Put a big damper on their playoff hopes. They got a tough matchup with the Saints this week.
Yeah, what's his name? Kenny Stills had 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, which they jumped out to a 14-0 lead, which sucked, and then
that was it for Tannehill. It was just 2 touchdowns.
AJ Brown looking really good.
Yeah, he's going to be a good weapon.
This dude, have you seen his stats this year? He's I think I googled what was it, the NFL receivers.
But Carlos Hyde had 104 yards and a touchdown. He's had a couple of good games this year, and DeAndre Hopkins 119 yards.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins is quietly put another season because in the beginning
he's one of the best, one of the top 5 in the league for sure.
Oh yeah, some people think he's number 1. If you were to rank your top five receivers in the league right now, who'd it be? In order. I want order. It's not that hard.
Put me on the spot.
You're a sports commentator.
Well, you can take OBJ out. He would have been at the beginning of the season.
I don't even know if I would put him in the beginning.
I don't know if Michael Thomas and Julio Jones. These aren't in order. I'm just going to give my 5. Michael Thomas, Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins. I'm trying to think beyond that. Who I'd put in the top 5. Help me out.
There's Diggs, Thielen, Adams, Galladay.
Galladay, I think, has got to be on the conversation with the year he's had.
Yeah.
Diggs has kind of been up and down on here. He went a couple weeks where he was upset.
Lockett, Fitzgerald, DJ Moore, Mike Evans.
Yeah, Evans. Chris Godwin too. I mean, he's come on this year.
I don't know.
Keep thinking about it. Surprising game of the week had Falcons beating the 49ers 21-22.
Dumb.
Matt Ryan had 210 yards, 2 touchdowns. Julio Jones had a monster game, 13 catches. It's funny. He had 13 catches, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. George Kittle had the exact same line without the touchdowns, 13 catches, 134 yards.
Yeah, Kittle's nuts.
He's a beast. He's a freak.
Stupid.
And the Bills beating the Steelers 17-10. Another game that wasn't much offense. Duck Hodges kind of came down to earth through 4 picks.
Keenan Allen out, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, there we go.
Allen Robinson, Amari Cooper.
Yeah. All those guys.
Yeah, 7.
Devlin Hodges, as I said, 4 picks. Steelers only had 229 yards of offense for the Bills. Singletary, 87 yards rushing, and John Brown had 7 catches, 99 yards. So puts the Bills in possible position to win the division, as we were talking about earlier. And it's between Pittsburgh and Tennessee for that last wild card spot now, with Pittsburgh going on the tiebreaker. Then the last game at the Saints, 34-7. I know, not a great game, but the reason I put that in there, Drew Brees.
Well, I get it. I understand why you got
29 of 30, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns, which made him the all-time NFL touchdown leader for passing.
Yep. Yeah, 501, right?
And he's still going strong.
Is it 401 or 501? The number of touchdowns he has?
Yeah, I didn't put it down. I probably should have.
Way to prep.
Terrible show prep.
Yeah, like always.
Michael Thomas, another monster game, 12 catches, 128 yards on the touchdown, and held the Colts to 205 yards total offense.
Yeah, he has 40. AJ Brown is averaging 19 yards a catch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's averaging. It's 47. What is it? So he has 47 receptions out of 74 targets for 893 yards and 7 TDs.
Not bad.
Yeah, he's doing.
He's
looking.
either future number 1.
Yeah, like there's a lot of debate in the draft here. Like he was the best, or like because him and DK came from Ole Miss. You know,
Yeah.
crazy tandem.
How are they not better with those two guys?
Like their quarterback was
Quarterback
garbage.
sucked.
Who did they have last year?
I don't even know who their quarterback was.
But yeah, so but there's a lot of debate like who was in the like DK was rated higher all draft, you know, blah blah, just because of his size. Like
Right.
it was just his stature, you know, but his measurables. But a lot of debate if AJ Brown was actually the better receiver, you know, just his. Then right now he's showing that he's a better receiver. I mean,
Right.
look at the quarterbacks he's has thrown to. So you know, you have DK with Russell, and then 7 games with Tannehill. You're putting up these numbers because before Mariota, he had like 1 or 2 good decent games with Mariota.
Yeah.
And then Tannehill comes in, the dude just starts eating. Like he has like 3, 4, 130-yard passing games. Like it's like I'm liking Tannehill. I think like we're talking.
He might not be a bad option for next season. I mean, he's played pretty
I think
well.
he's a bridge quarterback, and
He's put him in the playoff hunt.
the bridge quarterback, and I think we don't have to go and draft a quarterback right
Hey,
away.
you can draft a guy and sit behind him for a year.
Yeah, I don't even know if we draft one next year. Like go after Justin Fields the year after.
Yeah.
Whoo! There's my jersey. We suck for Fields. Suck for the buck.
There you go.
Suck for the buck. Because sucking for the duck didn't work, you know.
No.
So let's see. We'll never draft a Ohio State player that you know is going to stay around because nobody loves me.
Right.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
What happened? But
All right, let's get to our picks.
oh yeah, we can do that. That's fun.
We are still tied,
Yeah, dude, we literally went 11-5 each last week. Like,
so it's coming down to the wire here 2 weeks
I'm
ago.
just gonna pick everything you pick.
The opposite.
No, just from the same thing.
Oh, you're
So
gonna-
regardless, we go in tied. All like I'm not risking losing. I made a 4-game. Like I made
Yeah, you did.
I made a push. Push.
All right.
Risky.
First up, we got 3 Saturday games. Got the Texans at Buccaneers.
So what are you doing Saturday evening?
I don't know right now.
I think the Saturday evening game. What was the Saturday evening game? I think it was the 49ers one.
Yeah, it's
49ers,
Rams,
Rams,
49ers.
yeah.
The other 2 are afternoon games.
Because I set up a girls' night for my wife.
Oh, did you?
I told her friend like go see a movie. They're gonna go see a movie Knives. Story of his life.
Fitting Baker's falling down.
Yeah. That movie Knives Out. Or,
Knives Out, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the preview for it.
Yeah. Her and her friend are go see it. I think it's 7:15. It's like.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna watch the baby, put the baby down, you know,
Yeah.
and then just watch that game. So I'm gonna see what you're doing.
All right, yeah, I'll let you know. I don't
You
know.
know, Flake got another fucking thing. You're finally gonna show up for something.
I might. You never know.
Jesus.
I show up every Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, we got Texans at Buccaneers.
I'm gonna go Texans.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna go Texans.
the Bucks receivers are just.
Yeah, he's losing receivers by the week. Bills at Patriots. I'm gonna go with Bills upset. I'm gonna make this hard on you.
I don't even know.
You know you want to take the
I
Patriots.
do so bad. But the way they play against the fucking Bengals, I'm going Bills. If the Patriots win, it's a wash. I don't even care.
We got the Rams at the 49ers.
The 49ers are gonna bounce
49ers bounce back. Oh my God. Bengals at Dolphins. Yikes.
I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins too. Steelers at Jets.
Steelers.
Steelers. Giants at Redskins. Oh, another wonderful matchup. I'm gonna go Giants.
I'm going to go Redskins. It's at home.
Panthers at Colts.
Panthers.
I'm gonna take the Colts.
Really?
Yep. Ravens at Browns. That's a tough one. I'll go Ravens.
Yeah, me too.
Jaguars at Falcons. There's
Falcons.
A lot of shitty matchups this week. Atlanta. Saints at Titans.
Saints.
The Saints.
I mean, unless they bench the whole team.
They're still going for the number one seeds.
That's what I'm saying.
They're still playing
That's
for
why I picked
something.
the same. I'm not. Like I said, I'm a realistic fan.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Raiders at Chargers.
Fuck, I don't do
This.
The Josh
You never know what
Josh
Chargers-
Jacobs out this week. They're
Yeah.
still holding him out.
I don't know what Chargers team is going to show up week to week, but I'm going to go Chargers because of Jacobs being out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Lions at Broncos. Like all the worst teams are pitted against each other this week. And no Matthew Stafford.
Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos. Cardinals at Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Cowboys at Eagles. Now, which Cowboys team is going to show up?
Oh my
Which
God.
Eagles team is going to show
This
up?
is for the division because they're both tied
Yeah.
7-7 right
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
This is for the division. It's in Philly.
I'm gonna go with OHIO Zeke and the Cowboys.
Are they going to run him the whole game? Because they
They
did that
should.
last week, and they
Yeah.
really did. But the week before that, they ran him for the first drive, went down and scored,
Right.
and then they back off. Like,
Freddie Kitchens syndrome.
yeah, I'm going to go Cowboys. I think they're clear.
Chiefs at Bears. Go KC.
Yeah. Ooh, fuck.
Oh, and then a big Monday night matchup: Packers at Vikings. Man, that's a tough one.
I think Packers.
I'm gonna go Vikings.
They got 1,
We have like 3 different.
2, 3 different.
Yeah. So
Somebody's going
this
to.
could be the make or break week here.
Can't split this shit.
No. Somebody's gonna come out on top.
I'm going to change my shit midweek.
Set in stone. Can't
I
change it.
didn't say anything.
All right. Got anything else?
Yeah, well, so next week's show, we won't have one. It'll be Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas obviously. So we're gonna take
There
that
was,
week
you
off
were,
for the
you were
holiday.
talking about Monday, but I don't know.
Well, we could if we. That's the following Wednesday is New Year's Day.
Is it really?
If we didn't want to do New Year's Day, we could do Monday the 30th.
Okay, so you weren't talking about like next week's show.
No.
Like, next week, we're off for sure.
Yeah, holiday would take off.
Okay, so damn, so the 30th.
30th would be our. We could do instead of New Year's Day.
What time?
We can go anytime. There's no show scheduled. So
Well, only
I
one.
work though.
So do I.
So I mean, we could go 7, 8. Doesn't matter.
For a normal time.
Yeah, we could do our normal time, 8 to 9:30. Be fine.
All right, so we'll be back on Monday the 30th.
Yeah, we're taking next week off for Christmas, and we'll be back. We're gonna do a special Monday edition for that week.
It'll be Ohio State. We'll make that a playoff.
Yeah, playoff preview.
Playoff game. We'll see if we can get Big Matt Zulik in here,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
and we'll see what happens.
And then after that, we'll be back to our regular.
Do you see?
Wednesdays.
Do you have any fighting Ohio stuff going on until after?
No, next OCW is I think January 18th, so we're clear until then.
Okay.
All right. So I guess that's it for this week. Everybody have a good Christmas next week. Enjoy your
We
holiday.
can't even say I'll see you next year because we're gonna do a show on the 30th.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck. We ruined that. Way to be an overachiever.
Next Monday, we'll have to say that.
Yeah, next Monday.
All right, guys. Like I said, have a nice Christmas.
Well, not next Monday.
Huh? No,
Okay.
the following Monday.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Have a nice Christmas. We will talk to you on.
Uncomfortable.